on this council that will motherfuck you in a heartbeat.
West Coast domination is the only solution. Shout out to Latino people for having a wonderful first 12 days of Hispanic History Month and actually telling the truth about your history.
Is taking the temperature of the council, probably at Mark's request. I think Mark knows sort of the direction that the council's going to head in, and he's trying to take the temperature. I think they're getting two things mixed up. I think they're getting the whole resignation piece with the suspension piece. Those wires are being crossed, and I don't know if it's Curran's the right person to explain things to.
Good, hi.
Yeah, we're half asleep. So I was doing my best. Yeah, I was doing my best last night to explain that the process we took with Jose was one of suspension. It doesn't mess with his paycheck, and you can still collect a paycheck. It's not on us.
That's Ron Galbraith.
That's what I told him. You need to go talk to that white guy. It's not us. It's the white members on this council that will motherfuck you in a heartbeat.
So now that's another thing that I find fascinating. And again, I'm not sitting here caping for white people. I just want to show that these people don't care. Now, we all know that these people of color are politically orchestrated Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. And if you didn't know that, you can see it on the thumbnail. People of color, politically orchestrated Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? People with a tan. Now, do you hear how she's talking about the white people on the council? So just understand that these people, they have a plan. They have a goal. You see? I want you guys to pay very close attention to that. But now, mind you, these are the people the very people that this woman is talking about here, white people are the ones that make all of the policy with these open borders and all of that. But the white media is not saying anything about her anti-white racism. At least according to Tulsi Gabbard. You know, because Tulsi Gabbard said that that's a huge issue in the United States, but she didn't say anything about this phone call. They didn't say anything about this phone call. Yeah, I did see that, Torian. Did you guys see that? They tried to shoehorn the Jays and Armenians into the audio where they clearly spoke ill about black people. Right. They tried to say that it was homophobic too. Did you hear about that, Torian? They said that it was homophobic. Facts, Val. Again, they clearly have an issue. Actually, they understand completely the issue of race. It's just not spoken. But this is their narrative, though. This is what they say. When you start talking about race, they know exactly what race is, because that's when they start babbling, talking about me no black. Oh, you know what race is now? Somebody done messed around and called you black. But me no black, you know about that? Me no negro, you know about that? These people are clowns and a joke. But I tell you one thing that they're not joking about. While Tommy Tuberville, I keep laughing every time I call his ass Tuberville. While his ass is sitting up there talking about black people are coming for your stuff, you're actually missing the people that are actually coming for your stuff, as you can hear in this audio. But this is what they do, though. Pay attention, man. Do you hear what she said? She said, yeah, you can't trust the white people because they'd just stab you in the back. I mean, maybe if you wasn't so damn dumb, you would have woke up and realized that, and the United States would be shaped different. But I mean, I guess, you know, never late than never, or better late than never. But still, regardless, they haven't said anything about this on the news. So pay very close attention about the narratives that they're trying to run. And the reason why they're trying to run this narrative, again, is because it's getting toward the midterms. They want to mess with people. And the media has already shown that they purposely do not feel that black people are very intelligent. So this is what they're doing. They try to hit us with some dumb shit. And then they get triggered when it doesn't work because we're not dumb. Well, guess what? You cannot repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat that black people are all dumb and it'll come true. That's not how it works. I know that people are used to things just bending around reality to be true, to accommodate you, but guess what? We're not doing that.
I don't know if it's Curry's the right person to explain things to.
Good. Hi.
Yeah, we're half asleep. So I was doing my best. I was doing my best last night to explain that the process we took with Jose was one of suspension. It doesn't mess with his paycheck, and you can still collect your paycheck. It's not on us.
That's wrong, Galbraith.
That's what I told him. You need to go talk to that white guy. It's not us.
Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the rebellious one. If you guys can, please make sure that you drop some radiation emojis in the chat and show him some love. And also, if you guys haven't smashed the like button, please smash the like button. The rebellious one says, this is racial competition. That's what the evidence shows. Dr. Claude Anderson said that a long time ago. That's what the evidence shows. The evidence shows that every other group of people other than black people are utilizing race-based economics, race-based business practices, race-based real estate practices. That's what the evidence shows. That right there is another reason that we need to be accountable for to ourselves in practicing improper business practices in the United States. If the United States is a corporation and the business is the importation and exportation of white supremacy and racism, knowing that this country has a race-based culture and a race-based product, us trying to do this whole can't we all get along thing. You know, Rodney King was on that can't we all get along shit after them cops beat his damn brains out, which is probably why he wasn't thinking clearly. No, you can't get along with somebody that beats your ass for no reason. You're crazy if you try. Dr. Claude Anderson called that shit inappropriate behavior. He was talking about how black people would get their asses whooped in a police interrogation room and the gun cracked, and the black person is apologizing that the gun cracked. That's that backwards inverse thought process that's used as a mechanism to continue to keep us at the bottom floor. People need to get out of that. We owe no one no morals, no ethics, no nothing. The only thing we owe is competition and strife. Whether we compete unfairly or not, it doesn't matter. No one is ever worried about competing fair with us. I don't have any ethical boundary or standard at all when it comes to competition, especially when it comes to competition in the real world. I'm going to get what I get by any means necessary. You know who people fear? People fear people that play dirty. You guys remember the Bad Boys? The Detroit Pistons, when they had Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas and Bill Laimbeer and Vinnie Johnson, Dennis Rodman, people feared the Bad Boys because they was out there getting hurt. Laimbeer cut your forehead with one of those sharp elbows. Fear.
It's the white members on this council that will motherfuck you in a heartbeat. So he started naming names. He goes, you got it. You know who it is? Mike Fear's gonna with this. Jumper's gonna with this. Bob Blumenthal's gonna with this. Polly Paul. Guess what they do? So getting back to Marquise, I told Danny, if you want to cut a deal, and if you want to make like boss moves, I would go after the airport. He goes, I love that idea. I said, tell Marquise,
So
go take it from his friend.
Don't go
after. Leave him alone. Go get the airport from his little brother, that little bitch Bonnet.
You see that? Now, where's all the male content creators that talk about masculine energy? This is some masculine Maria right here. Would you guys agree with me that Nury Martinez is a masculine Maria? I need some dating content on how to deal with a masculine Maria. That's another reason how you know that these gender war dating content coaches, content creators are full of shit. They only got negative shit to say about one specific kind of women. It's either they talking shit about one specific kind of women or they making blanket statements about a whole bunch of women. But these supposed to be the dudes that get all the females. Your resume and your content does not show that you get all these women, because you should be able to tell me how to deal with these muscle-bound, masculine, testosterone tortilla Marias like her. And I ain't seen no content out there about that. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. No disrespect, but Kevin Samuels said this the competition. Now you see why it's the competition. These motherfuckers ruthless. Fuck black people and Bonin's a bitch. That's what they out here saying while they're at Planet Fitness with their 10 peso membership. Lifting weights, putting a brick of cocaine on each shoulder. That's the size of Jason Whitlock's head, and squatting inside the Smith machine to get that Brazilian butt real perky. You know what I'm saying? Stupid as hell.
I go, what is with the Bond? What is with Bond? And I said, Bond thinks he's black. That guy don't think he's black. I go, he thinks he's black. I go the same thing. He goes, why are they so close?
He's from Massachusetts.
This kid, the one here,
That's kid.
no.
Lo trae así during Black History Month, lo lleva al council y lo pone acá en el, remember, it's an accessory. When we do the MLK parade.
Just like when
They used to have those statues in
Wait,
plantations.
just like when Nury brings her whole yard bag or the Louis Vuitton bag in places.
Like on the side. And lo trae, ¿verdad? You sit next to it, you don't know the other side. For MLK, for the parade that Herb used to organize, and we all the council who wanted to join Herb on the float, because he used to do a whole float to be nice. Bonnie would be like, hey, Nury, are you going to the MLK? Well, Herb invited me, yeah, I'll go. Okay, I'm bringing whatever the kid's name is. I'm like, it's like the oddest thing. It's like black and brown on this float. And then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved.
Now, let's actually stop right there, right? Because here's another thing that they don't talk about. Here's another thing that they don't talk about. Now, I got a question. She said, here's this black kid with this white guy, and the kid is misbehaved. Let's take all emotions and feelings out of it, and we're going to really dive deep into this. Do you guys think that the little kid was actually acting up? I do. You're a black kid with two fathers that are white. You're starting off in life confused. Your daily scenery is insanity. I'm not surprised the little man was acting out. If I had to go home and I had two white dads and I was a black kid, I would be all kinds of confused. I would be all kinds of mad. Where's my mom at? Shit, where's my dad at? Who are you people? despite the fact that she said all of this stuff in a derogatory way, I absolutely believe that kid was acting a fool. Oh, it's always a bigger distraction. And the reason why he was probably acting a fool is because kids need to understand their surroundings. They need to have some kind of pattern and repetition. He had nothing that most kids have in his life at his disposal. Oh, absolutely, Derek. Republicans are slick for releasing this at this time. It's probably because what they're trying to do is they're trying to give that last blow to Democrat support so they can try as hard as they can to pull a clean sweep. Yeah, I agree, DIY Queen. The black male behavior is always policed. However, me personally, just because of the environment that this kid was in, I bet you he was acting up. And again, I don't blame the kid. The first people that I blame is where are his parents? Second of all, it's always weird, you know what I'm saying, when people cross-culturally adopt. I don't think that that's always the best situation. And then on top of the cross-cultural adoption, you're dealing with LGBTQ as if that's a normal family parent situation. It is not. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Kids still respond to biological prompts and different things like that. Kids are not totally programmed the way that adults are. Adults are too far gone. But kids still have some of their natural, raw, human, animal instincts. And the raw human animal instincts is that a kid is not supposed to have two parents. Kids are conditioned to not have that suckling instinct, to where a child has an urge to eat and they want to get milk from the mother's breast. That's going to cause automatic confusion if you have two fathers. That is biology. You cannot get around biology. You cannot get around science. There's all kinds of deterrents that occur to stop this kind of thing. One of them, shout out to monkeypox. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the kid probably is already dealing with issues. And because I think that the kid was already dealing with issues, I think that's one of the reasons why he probably was acting out. He probably acts out all the time. Look at all of the other people like that. Look at Madonna. Her kids' brains are destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Look at Angelina Jolie. Her kids' brains are destroyed. This kid's brain is probably going to eventually be destroyed. Look at the pattern. Yeah, I agree, Donna. I agree 100%. So I don't think that the kid is a bad kid per se. I just think that he has confusing stimuli around him, and that is not a good thing for a child. That's something that causes behavioral issues with children. Children need stability. They need normalcy. Something this abnormal would definitely, look at Dwayne Wade's son. Fact, Torian. So that's what I'm saying when I say that. I'm not saying that I think that the kid was a bad kid or he was inherently bad, or, you know what I'm saying, like that Martinez was right for criticizing him. I just think look at the actual situation. And honestly, the very reason why the kid would probably be behaving oddly is the same reason why the story got attention in the first place. The only reason this story got any attention was because the parent is an LGBTQ white parent. That's it. Other than that, It's the same thing as anytime there's an issue. Nobody cares. And I agree 100%. I agree 110%. At the same time, it's not her place for her to say she would take him around the corner and beat him. Absolutely not. On top of him referring to a monkey. Facts. And yeah, and you can see this all the time. When you go to the grocery store, man, look. Have y'all ever seen those little leashes that used to be popular that people used to put their kids on? Who was doing that? And I don't know if she has kids or not. Exactly, and that's what the Mormons say. The Mormons say that black people are inherently evil. And you can see that evangelical talking point, it's all in conservative and Republican circles. And that's true, Derek. A lot of 2-year-olds act out. It's called the terrible twos. You know what I'm saying? And you never know, Jay. But I tell you what, you have to look at it and ask yourself the question, if you see a child growing up in a family where there's 2 dads, what do you expect the child to be? How do you expect the child to operate? You know what I mean? And real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not smashed that like button, please make sure you guys take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys can, please make sure you share the video out. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that bell icon twice.
Este niño has they're not even, they're not doing, the kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the floor, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. Parece changuito. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm over here trying to parent this kid. I'm like, you can't do that. I said no. And Mike is like, I'm like, you're not teaching your kid anything. It's me and Karen Bass on the floor trying to check this little kid. Me, Karen Bass, y la esposa de Marquise, Carrie. And we're all looking at each other because we're the 3 women on the floor. Like, who's gonna? This kid's gonna tip us over because he's literally hanging on the rails.
Well, you can't let him off because the spectators will beat his ass.
Yeah.
They're raising him like a little white kid, which I was like, this kid needs a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
Yeah.
¿Sí me entiendes? Ven para
It's a
acá.
pinch.
Yeah.
But yes, he's the fourth.
So anyways, getting back to redistricting.
Folks, like was asked going, he did call me. He wants to have breakfast with me.
What's taking him so long?
I haven't. I just said, hey, we need to talk.
You supported him from the.
All right, don't worry, I got you.
Yeah.
So you'll start seeing them line up.
You do the last.
Isaac was the first one.
Let me ask this, Gil. So if you go in more into K-Town, right? Are those more Latino voters?
Yep.
They're right.
K-Town's a misnomer.
Okay.
It's called K-Town, but because it's got a lot of Koreans, but it's all Latinos.
So those are the ones you want to pick, you like to pick up?
Yeah.
And who,
But not all of K-Town.
who do they belong to
No.
right now? Do they belong to
Right now, they're in 10, all of it. And Nikia wants to play for K-Town. I said, that's not happening.
It's the northern
Because I didn't
part
want
of
to beef with Mark. So don't beef with Mark, let him take, and that serves
But now
us.
this is the beef with Mike.
Pero mira, it serves us to not give her all of K-Town.
Yeah.
Because if you do, that solidifies her renter's district, and that is not a good thing for any of us. You have to keep her on the fence.
Yeah.
You have to make her work for
Visualize
it.
this, Kevin. I'll go around, right?
All right.
Lafayette Park, there,
Up by Park,
right here. You just go a little further here, maybe
K-Town, come on.
To
go
Vermont.
to 6 to Vermont.
But that's where like you have 2 W's at. That's where the pipe trains are at.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah, yeah.
That's
So
where
we pick that up.
Chateau Place or
Yeah,
Chateau.
yeah, yeah.
Going to
Lafayette
down
Park.
IHOP,
Lafayette Park.
going
It's
down
in
to
Korea.
What's
Vermont.
yours? Yeah, that's called K-Town.
Yes.
I see a lot of little short, dark people.
Yeah, puro Oaxacan, puro Oaxacan Koreans. Not even like Kevin, little ones.
I was like, I don't know where these people are from. I was like, I don't know what village they came, how they got here, but
And
So
then
let-
they're wearing shoes.
whatever.
So one,
Some bills.
I get what we have to do, right? Just massage to create districts that benefit you all,
Yep.
right, and the future.
But
But we got to figure out Mark's seat too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And I'm
that
gonna pick
benefits you
different.
3.
if the African Americans look at this, now that he might or may not be suspended, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think he should be, but anyhow, if he goes away.
You mean resign, not suspended?
No, here's.
You're right, I think, yeah, there is a difference.
If I may.
If he resigns, hold on, if he resigns and the African Americans look at this as a hostile takeover because he's gone, we'll have to figure that out, because politically they're gonna come after him. I think no matter what happens, Bill, we're gonna have to fix it in our house.
Yes.
So they've come up with options. The whole thing is push.
Man, this sounds like a scene from Godfather, doesn't it? This sounds like a scene from Godfather, doesn't it? This is the way that these people are politicking, trying to get power. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys think that anybody in the Congressional Black Caucus is making moves like this? Now, listen, this lady, I mean, is this El Chapo's wife under a different identity or something? She's ready. She's been listening to Memphis Bleak. Mind right, money right, ready for war. And she's going to go right back to this agenda. Or either she's going to be pulling the strings from behind the scenes. This woman is a diabolical, criminal-minded woman. When I tell you guys that these people, this is what Dr. Claude Anderson was talking about, man. People better get on their square. Now, people always want to ask these questions. Well, you know, they're not doing anything for black people or this, that, and the other. Okay, this is why. This is how. And as you can see, Karen Bass is in deep with this. And if you don't think she's ever had these kind of conversations with Karen Bass, and Karen Bass will sit up there drinking a martini with her, and Karen Bass will sit up there drinking what do you call that? Some tequila with her, a margarita. Girl, they ain't gonna them black people ain't gonna do nothing anything anyway. Girl, go ahead and y'all can have this block and y'all can have that block. Go ahead, cause you know I hate to say it, but you know how people are. I hate to say it, but you know they ain't gonna do nothing anyway. Look how long black people been out here in LA. I mean, if they couldn't do nothing for this time, I mean, y'all moving it. I mean, you know, how much you want to bet that that's how the black politicians sound? See, that's one of the reasons why I be telling people, man, you got to be careful about doing that whole black people thing to when you're talking to people that aren't black. They take that shit and weaponize it. Karen Sita Martinez, she'll go back to her little cartel meeting while they got a little Santa Muerte statue there, burning the candles. You know what I'm saying? Hoping that they don't get caught, because that's the ritual that they do. They have the Saint Death altar, you know what I'm saying, and put a bunch of pictures on it and burn it, making sure that they don't get in trouble. And they'll say, "Greetings, familia." So I talked to Senora Bass today. Senora Bass says the miates, the negritos, they're not gonna do nothing. They're not gonna do nothing. So Senora Bass, she's an ally. It's that way with all the black Democrats. If there was a fly on the wall with a cell phone or a tape recorder, they could get dirt like this on all the black Democrats. That's why when black people like Marcel Dixon happen to walk up to somebody and ask them about reparations, they run. They don't want to be seen making a conversation like that because they know that conversation to get back to the cartel. Nury Martinez ain't happy about it. She has some of them Serenos or some of them Norteños or some of them Florencia Firestone motherfuckers come ride on you and shit. Some La M.A. come get your ass. Meanwhile, calling Karen Bass El Stupido. Right. Somebody, you know, she's a mean abuela. You know she was kicking some ass. She's got more incentive to chop up the neighborhoods and to get all the political power. She's got more ambition to do that than the men. You see, she's the shot caller. She's the shot caller.
Both of them. And then we'll have to figure it out in-house. That's it.
That's
So-
it, I think.
So amend it, make changes now. This commission is on rogue. And for rogue, and they're useless at this point. To me, just move them both and then we'll figure it out from there. But if you push a whack map, you're gonna end up with a disaster on the council. So push both.
Well, the other thing,
That's all I'm asking.
is that
If you guys are able to hear, give me a thumbs up. If you guys are not able to hear, give me a thumbs down.
us rescuing them. Your comadre, right?
I'm not arguing with you about that.
I know, we know.
¿Quién es tu comadre? Who's your comadre?
Yeah.
Ah, Nidia.
She doesn't matter, right?
But it's
She's not our
not-
ally. She's not gonna help us. Her district is not a district we can count
So
on.
you're saying that's the one to put in the blender and chop up left and right?
But that's what they did.
Yeah, why
But
not?
Put them in the blender and chop them up left and right. Man, they talking like they finna leave people's body parts all over the desert in Suarez. They sounding like they finna chop somebody up and put them all over the desert in Suarez. Sounding like the Salamanca cartel on Breaking Bad. You better be careful. Some of these motherfuckers may have a nephew like Tuco. You're done.
Yeah.
Ah, Nidia.
She doesn't matter, right?
it's
She's not our
not-
ally. She's not gonna help us. Her district is not a district we can count
So
on.
you're saying that's the one to put in the blender and chop up left and right?
But that's what they did.
Yeah, why
But
not?
it also impacts everybody else. It impacts the valley, which me, and I'm not cool with that.
Yeah.
It impacts them whether you like Mitch or not. It impacts him. It impacts you. It impacts Curran. The whole point here is
Another.
how do we stabilize the valley?
How do we stabilize the valley? She talking about I want to say San Fernando Valley, I think. What do you guys think? This is how politics are being done in Washington also. The closed door meetings between Biden. This is what's being done. This is what's being done, y'all. Shout out to my man James Sumler. What up with it, RG Titan? Make sure you guys smash that like button and also please give some radiation emojis to the Rebellious One for rejoining the membership. Rebellious One has been a member for a long time, but this channel had became demonetized and now the monetization is back. So I think I think it should show the Rebellious One with a older badge. So shout out to the Rebellious One and anybody. The memberships definitely help. So please consider a membership. If you want to become a member, all you got to do is either click that join button if it appears on your screen, or click the links in the chat when they come up, and it's only 99 cents. It definitely helps. The goal that I have is to get 1,000 members, and we can do it. So if you guys are able to help your boy out, 99 cents, you won't even miss it. All right.
The kid that's running from HRE, he ain't on your side either.
No.
Oh, no, I know.
Hugo Soto.
Where's he run?
Where I got Mitch.
Mitch. So her point on Mitch is, I just interrupted her, but I apologize for that. But I want to make sure that we protect Mitch,
Allies.
because this guy is your opponent.
See, now this is what I'm saying. These people are in here playing chess. California domination is the only solution. They talking that shit. West Coast domination is the only solution. They talking that shit. I sound extreme or I sound like a radical when I say that. Everybody else is doing it, just like slavery. Everybody else is doing it. Just saying.
He's probably got one. The one I know and the one I don't know.
Yes.
That's-
Yeah.
I got one devil and another devil.
West Coast domination is the only solution.